Hey everyone, welcome back to another Stock Market Open live stream. We had CPI this morning at expectations. I pretty much think we're going to, within a year, we are going to be in a place where honestly none of us care about CPI anymore. Like these reports will come out and we'll be like, old news. There's no inflation. What a surprise. That's not to say things didn't get more expensive over time. Things definitely got more expensive, but I don't really see it continuing. What's more interesting today is the Spirit Airlines. Basically, bankruptcy is nearing. You're down about 61% here. Trying to negotiate with bondholders. Some folks are speculating that maybe they'll end up pulling a Carvana off, which was like the most epic. Like, we're about to go bankrupt. We're $3, and it's going to move, into a position of either fully going bankrupt or all of a sudden getting acquired or negotiating some form of deal. And if it negotiates some sort of a deal with the bondholders and it's debt holders basically, and it's able to survive, hey, maybe it could end up rallying like a Carvana did. Who knows? But in the meantime, you had the Qs that were negative about 25 basis points before CPI. Then they went positive 25 basis points. Now we're basically flat. I'm also watching Tesla's behavior before and after. Pretty much stable. You could see if I just throw a line right here and just sort of hover my mouse here. We were a little bit down before the report, a little bit up after, and then now we're basically back to where we were. So you've got mostly stability in markets following CPI. Now it's all going to come down to what direction do we end up going for the day? That's what everybody's wondering. It feels like right now it's capable of going either direction, really. So I'm pretty excited to see what ends up happening. Now, let's see here. Zero Hedge just posted some screenies. We've got CPI month over month, big deal. CPI year over year. You can see that core level is stabilizing around 3. And you've got the year over year level around that 2.5 level. So I expect that to continue to come down, especially as housing pushes down. Housing's making up the vast majority of that core services segment right here. 30-something, 35% of it. Okay, so if we look at Supercore month over month, which does exclude housing, came in at 0.3, and Supercore year over year, bobbing around this 4.3 level. It's been somewhat stable, though we'll see how this ends up moving over time. Supercore is usually not that big of a deal just because its weight is so much smaller that generally we don't reference Supercore in the longer run. Like we look at core CPI and non-core CPI. Supercore usually just doesn't last long. And then you've got some of your annualized rates over here for all items. So obviously still some work to do on inflation, but do we expect this to be a big issue? Not really. I think it's mostly a nothing burger. Kashkari just came out to mention from the Fed that inflation is moving in the right direction. And actually write that down really quickly. Fed Kashkari, inflation moving in the right direction. Not ready to say inflation is stuck above 2%. Duh, because it ain't. All right. So, what else do we have? Alpha report should be in your email box. If you haven't signed up for the Alpha report yet, make sure you're over at meetkevin.com/alpha. It's free, so you may as well get it. We are doing the next. I think we should have text back tomorrow. Today's was a little bit on the shorter side, but I think there's still some good value in there. And so check that out. Then grab that over at meetkevin.com/alpha. Should have texts able to go out tomorrow. We've switched over to a different company. We did that yesterday. Now we're in the compliance process to make sure that everything is good to go. Should be good to go tomorrow. But the provider we were using the first time, not to mention any names, MailChimp, was failing us. Rocket Lab is another one that's rocketing today. That one, look at that. That just moved up another. Oh, look at that. Going into the open here. Looks like we're moving up on Rocket Lab here. And then I think you've got Dave moving up as well. Yeah, Dave up about 30%. Honestly, I don't know much about Dave. Let me see what we got here. Dave. Makes me think of Dave and Buster's, but that one's ticker play. Digital banking services company develops banking application. The company develops banking application. They typed it wrong. To build products and level the financial playing field. Dave.com. They got a good domain. Like the look of the website. Get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. Download the banking app designed to make finances easier from extra. Oh, so this is going to be like a SoFi almost. That's what they're going for here. That's my guess. Dave stock. Dave is, it's a $795 million company, so it's pretty small. Let's look at this. Investor relations. SoFi, on the other hand, what are we at? Like 10 bill now? Let's see quickly. SoFi. SoFi is 15 billion right now on SoFi. And Dave, if I go to Dave's investor relations here. Okay. Get the actual sheet quickly. 10Q. PDF. This is Dave. Let's just very quickly run to the financials. So I've got 35 million in cash. Okay. Current liabilities of about 35 million, but yeah, and accrued expenses. I got some expenses. Legal settlement accrual of $7 million in a legal settlement. Ouch. And then 1 minute to go until the opening bell here. So assets a little tight, but they're actually making money. No way. Profitable? Get out of town. Wow. $466,000 of income for the last 3 months. That's quite interesting. And that puts us at cash flow. Yeah. And I've actually got cash flow. All right, let's listen in. Although banking, you always have to be careful because sometimes it can be deposits. Let's listen into what's going on over here. And let's get the bell.
President in the Oval, a tradition that Trump broke in 2020. We'll also get a meeting with the House GOP leadership as both houses of Congress vote for leaders today. The Senate looking for their first new leader in about 18 years.
Wow. Look, the fact that, by the way, that this meeting is occurring, I think they surprise people. I mean, there has been such a disdain, and yet there's a cordiality, which I think, I don't know, that plus the people he's picking to negotiate with China, cordiality. I'm seeing some signs of olive branches all over the place versus what we thought.
Really quick, let's get the opening bell of the CNBC Real-Time Exchange. And the big board, it's MasterCard. Got some guidance this morning. We'll talk about it in a second. At the NASDAQ, it's a nonprofit Keep America Beautiful, and iHeartMedia celebrating America Recycles Day. It's interesting, Jim, that you talk about some olive branches. There's some headlines on the tape asking why Beijing is relieved at some of these China hawk would-be nominees.
Well, I think you could have had Peter Navarro and Mike Pompeo. A lot of times.
Okay, so let's see what movement we've got going on today. So you are in the interest rate sensitive sector, is going to have some fear over PPI tomorrow. Yeah, Tesla's bobbing around trying to green candle right now. Looks like you popped up to about 2.72, somewhere around here. Kind of watching and evaluating what we've got here. You've got, let's see here. Looks like, what else do we have? Yeah, Tesla's trying to move here. At about 3% right now there on Tesla. And then you've got the Q's down a bit though. Yeah, down about 0.6. Dave drops at the open. Interesting. And their numbers didn't seem that. I want to go into some more of their numbers. Depends really what direction the Qs go today. That's my take is the direction of your trade today is going to be determined in the next like 5 minutes. So if the Qs really want to tank, it's going to be hard to go bullish if If the Qs can rally, then that'll be exciting. You know, because look, Tesla's recovering. You're at 4% right now. You've got Spirit Airlines still down 61. Rocket Labs keeps rallying, although not as much momentum as Tesla right now. Ooh, look at Bitcoin, 90,600. Pretty sure that's a new all-time high. HIMS continues to rally, although you're getting a little bit of red here at the open. Google's down 1. Maybe a little bit of diversification from the big boys, so to speak. And then, yeah, Tesla keeps going on the rally here, folks. Keeps going. Okay. What are we going to here? Where are we going? What's the play? Let's see here. Oh, red candle now, about 420. You've got the Qs, just bobbing around here. You're trying to go green on the Qs. Could be, yeah. You know, after CPI came out, I even said in the alpha report, like, I'm not convinced which direction the market's going to go today. Like, some days you're just like, oh, it's going down today, and some days you're like, oh, it's going to rocket today. Today is sort of like, I don't know. Let's see how those first like 5 minutes really go. And so far, I'm getting Qs consolidation here, which isn't great. Not only that, but now I'm getting a little bit of red there on Tesla. And what else here? Hood's trying to sneak up on us. Rocket Lab keeps going. We got another 4% there since open. Oh, Bitcoin just rocket again. 91 now. That's pretty impressive. You got to give it that. Then you've got Palantir up 4%. Nvidia up 0.5%. Google's still down 80 bips. Let's get a little bit more here. Oops. Let's see here. Okay, we've got, yeah, Dave's only up 21% now, so dropping a little bit there. Just lost 91,000 on Bitcoin. Tesla's still holding on to 4%, trying to recover from some of that pain yesterday. Spirit Airlines still down 57. And then what else do we have here? QZ doos. Let's go back to QZ doos. Oops. Oh, I screwed up the order. No. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, Palantir running 5%. Look at that. Holy smokers. A little bit of a lag there now, but that's okay because, you know, we've had the same thing over at Tesla. It's pretty good. Enphase just broke 60, and Qs are now still in this sort of consolidation, slightly sideways. Not very enthusing. Robinhood's not moving much anymore. Makes me wonder if you've got a little bit of a top there on Tesla and Palantir right now. But I'm watching this. Okay. Let's see here. Qs. Still trying to lean on the upside. Still trying to lean it. All right. Let's see how bonds are doing right now. Tesla's almost at 5% now. Bonds right now, you've got down about 4.7 bips. All right. And let's see. Gold's up about 60 basis points. Nice. Oil down again. Oil's just been straight down. Here we go. Here comes the green for the Qs, which is pretty desirable. Okay. Nope. Come on. Gain the lead, buddy. Gain it. You can do it. Give us the bullishness today, please. I want to buy call options and see it go to the moon. No, red candle, red candle. It's comedy. All right. Yeah, giant red candle. No. All right. What is happening? What is going on? The red candle keep coming. Enphase is almost green. Enphase just had like a 1% rally there. Okay, Tesla lost 5%. Well, it barely got there. Actually, I don't even know if it fully did. And Palantir did break 5%. It's still going. Slowing down now on Tesla. Q's coming down a bit. Enphase 12 basis points from green. Dave's 31. 3.8 on Tesla. Rocket Lab 41%. Spirit Airlines gets suspended.
Gain the
Enphase.
lead.
Nice. Okay. Tesla stable now. Q's. Come on, baby. Come on back. All right, let's listen in here. Bitcoin. Ooh, Enphase positive. 5 basis points positive now. 18 basis points positive now.
Which, by the way, found out how to put it so that you don't get stones in the sole.
Squeaks, the squeaky, my squeaky sneakers.
You want to go Spirit Air?
No, I'm just
Have you
talking
ever
about my
flown
on
Spirit Air?
squeaky sneakers, which,
No,
which
you know
still
what?
upset
They're
me.
so
And I didn't get a
great.
replacement pair. I was promised a
Go,
replacement pair.
go get a boat and then use the boating shoes, and then you'll really be happy.
Where are you on your list there? How far down are you?
I haven't done the truckers yet. I haven't done Robert O'Brien, trade advisor.
We didn't do Skyworks coming off of the Corvo quarter.
Oh, and that's again, people are going to say, oh, there's a bad read through to Apple. But then Ben Righteous at Melius talks about the devices, the home devices, and talking about the total addressable market being really big for the Apple home device, which, David, I don't think can happen, but I do like the kind of wrap because it takes it out of the realm of a very expensive stock that you endlessly talk about. Apple.
Yes.
That the ecosystem is about to generate huge numbers of Apple home appliance sales.
Apple home appliance sales.
Apple home appliance sales.
Not the Vision Pro.
Own it, don't trade it. Kind of like Master Son. I would have told Master Son, I think you ought to hold on to that Nvidia.
That was cold. What Jensen, what we showed there, Jensen did to Masa was pretty cold, man.
Yeah.
I think we have another bite. This one is talking about the SoftBank AI partnership. Am I right, Booth? Let's take a listen.
We're announcing that we're partnering with SoftBank to bring and to build an AI infrastructure for Japan. Together, we're going to build Japan's largest AI factory. The NVIDIA, it's going to be built out of NVIDIA DGX. It is when it's built early this coming year, it'll have 25 AI exaflops. Just remember, the largest supercomputer in the world just recently was 1 exaflops. This is 25 exaflops for an AI factory to produce the AI.
This ties into Jensen's longstanding view that every sovereign's going to want their own basket.
And I think that's terrific. Now, the key thing people have to recognize when he talked last night for this talk, he's talking about the idea of a digital AI and then also a physical AI. And the physical AI is really interesting because what Jensen is saying that they have the best chance at developing robotics. Now, why this is interesting is there a man with 6 jobs who just got a 7th Doge who
Elon Musk
wants to do robots, but this seems to say that Japan's got the lead in robots. But you could just argue everybody's got something cooking.
We know about Japan's demographic issues, probably worse than our own.
Yeah, and they need robots in order to be able to make their country hum. I think that
Yeah.
robots.
Well, yeah, robots are going to lead to a lot of unemployment in the future. I'm convinced of it. But prep yourself now, as we say. All right. So what else is going on? Palantir $63. Really impressive. 5.4% to the upside. Dave went from 21% to 35%. So it finally got a little bit of a boost. It was around 30% pre-market. Had a weird little dump there at the open. Who knows? Maybe an insider took a dump on it. I don't know. That's total speculation. Enphase is now green by 0.5%. I've got SoFi up 2.5%. Dave's doing very well. Tesla is getting stuck. And that makes sense because you're getting close to that 347 line. Telling you this 347 line has been rejected so many times. I'm going to upgrade this now. We're going to go with the purple, and soon this is going to turn into a legendary here. But we're going to go with the purple level at this point, which what is that, epic in World of Warcraft? I'm pretty sure that's epic. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's, what was trash called? Common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. I think that's what it was. I can't remember correctly, but whatever. So it's possible you're getting a little bit of rejection over there. You've got Tesla dripping, leaking a little bit, whatever. I mean, it's still up 4%, which is pretty good. Bitcoin got to 91K. Now it's rotating down a little bit. GameStop down about 1.5%. Bond yields obviously down after CPI at expectations today. Mortgage companies aren't doing well, which isn't a surprise because interest rates went up, not down, after the Fed cut 50, right? Because that makes all the sense in the world. Whatever. Yeah. So now it's a matter of waiting and seeing. Qs are trying to move up here, which is bullish on the day. So bullish move so far. Ooh, it's getting too cold in here. Bullish move so far on the Qs. Qs are about to gain the lead. Let's go. Come on. Let's get ready to hit the button. Come on. You can do it. By the way, if you have suggestions for things you want me to cover or react to, like somebody else sent me Donald Trump's homeless plan, and I made a whole video on it. Somebody in the chat right here was just talking about teachers and freaking out over Trump's plans. But if you want to send me things to react to, I'm always happy to. Just send it to news@meetkevin.com. News@meetkevin.com. So check that out. And you can send me whatever you want me to take a peek at and potentially react to. No guarantees I can react to everything. Then obviously make sure you have the alpha report over at meetkevin.com/alpha. We should be at on-time text messages tomorrow. Okay, now we've got Lori Logan from the Fed is yapping right now. Let's see what she has to say. If Fed cuts too far past neutral, inflation could reaccelerate. Doubtful. Difficult to know how many Fed rate cuts are needed. Great deal of progress so far. Logan, difficult to determine how many rate cuts are needed. Yeah, whatever. Could not get the green candle we were looking for on the Qs. Just couldn't get it. Tesla just lost 4%. Obviously, 4% is still a great day to the upside and makes up for that nonsense yesterday. Spirit Airlines is still suspended. Not really getting any kind of fear. Doesn't look like we're getting any kind of profit taking at open. So I'm going to write down sort of my market open reaction. I'm going to call it benign. Benign, what would you call it? Up to, I don't know, like stable, benign, stable to positive, rebound from yesterday's profit take. That could be a way to word it. It doesn't appear to be any fear. New all-time high on BTC, 91K. It's pretty impressive. Then we're going to go with Let's see here. I wish the Qs would break here. I'm just not getting the momentum that I'm hoping for. I don't know if they're just getting stuck on Bitcoin not moving much. Rocket Lab just keeps going. It's crazy. Crazy. Somebody says Lori Logan speaking. I know. I just told you what she said. We just talked about it. So, volatility wasn't that crazy on Rocket Lab. I talked about that one this morning in the alpha report, and talked about the momentum. Talked a little bit about their cash flow situation and their operating cash situation. So if you missed today's Kevin Alpha report, I ain't going to do this for much longer, but I did put it on ehack.com. So it's at the top of ehack.com, and you can grab it there. Okay. Really trying to see what's going on here. I mean, the Q's just like a consolidation of boringness right now. Yeah. Okay. Now Tesla has given up, and Palantir is now giving up a little bit. It feels like there's a chance we could start rotating here soon. No guarantees. But I'm watching this. Okay. Yeah, the Qs are now down 18 basis points. Okay, interesting. Okay. This is quite entertaining. Why? Rocket Lab keeps going. Robinhood's been flat in consolidation all day, but Tesla now going down, dropping off some of these, higher levels. The Qs are now selling. And interesting. That would be then a little bit more on the bearish direction. See, we started with a consolidation. We've been waiting the last 15 minutes for a direction. Now we're starting to get a direction, which looks like, at least for the very moment, is bearish. No guarantees, obviously. Okay. Tesla keeps slipping. Dave and Rocket don't care. They're doing just fine. But 24 bips now down on the Qs is quite interesting. And let's see here. No, nothing on CNBCs. Let me try the Doomers, and we'll see what they have. Let's see here.
It's interesting because Tim Stanovic and I were talking to the CEO of Delta yesterday, Ed Bastian, and Tim tried to get him to answer, do you expect more consolidation under a Trump administration? He didn't quite answer, but he did talk about the regulatory overreach from the Biden administration, and it sounded like he's looking forward.
He said it has been frustrating working with these regulators.
I'm sure it has, and I'm sure that Spirit is frustrated as well.
Yeah.
Coming up, Citadel issuing a warning to recruiters. We'll have the details next in our Wall Street Beat. This is Bloomberg.
Basically, like, don't promote fake jobs or unrealistic jobs to try to get business for your website, blah, blah, or, your business or whatever. Big deal. Okay, now you're getting a recovery back to VWAP on the Qs. I think it's kind of important that this holds now. Otherwise, you might end up getting a little bit of a bearish direction here. I'm not sure about that. obviously. But let's watch it. Here we go. Go into V. So far, we're at the 200 SMA. And getting rejected. Okay. Larger red candle here. Tesla just went under 3%. Second red candle now on Qs. So the trend is not fantastic. You can see here's the 5 minute. And here's the 1. Here's Tesla. It's really been trending down since about 937. Let's and then Enphase is consolidating already at the 100 SMA. That's not good. VWAP ceiling now on Palantir. Let me go BTC. BTC doesn't care. BTC keeps going up. Wow. And then you've got bond yields actually moving back up a bit. Now that's interesting. I mean, they're still obviously down on the day, but yeah, you're only 3.3 basis points down on these right now. That's crazy. Garrett says, yeah, crypto's on a tear. Yeah, no kidding. Willie says, all the money is going into crypto. Yeah, no kidding. Huh? Okay, a little bit of recovery there. Who do you complain to now when the airline loses luggage you paid extra for? Ooh. Let's see here. Solana on Robinhood. Pump soon. Maybe. Somebody says Nvidia appears bearish and HIMS is pumping. Okay, let's see here. Nvidia seems somewhat stable at this point. Not sure when you sent that message. HIMS did pump. A little stuck there. A little stuck at about that 10% level. Enphase stuck somewhat flat today. I thought we were going to see some more momentum on this one, but I think it's the Qs. The Qs are holding it back today. You know, you just don't have the momentum. Look at this consolidation. It's disgusting. It's probably because of the Qs. Look at the consolidation on the Qs. That's disgusting too. And you're trending down. Okay, here's the next stop, folks. 508. I talked about it this morning. I talked about it yesterday as well. We went to 509 yesterday. If this bearish trend continues down today, we're going to go to 508, I think is what we touch. Now, no guarantees. Maybe we'll just have a nice little break back up. But Nvidia just lost the lead. Almost. Yeah, there it is, negative.
Lost the lead.
Yeah, all right, Nvidia. Look at this rotation down. I'm now on the average candlesticks, okay? Just so we can visualize this a little bit better, I moved over to the average. Average candlestick tells us Tesla's on a downtrend now. Enphase is still in consolidation, but Nvidia, yeah, you're right, downtrend. HIMS now on a downtrend. The Qs are on a slight downtrend. Palantir, stable. Rocket Labs topped out. Bitcoin starting to turn. You know, it's only 3 minutes. Usually I like to wait for about a 5-minute trend to make any kind of assumptions. Dave's still going, so we'll see. But getting into a little bit of a bleedy direction. Yeah, Nvidia now down 10 basis points, continuing. Tesla's, 2.5 now. It was as much as like 5% on a rebound, right? It was great. So let me see if there's any particular news. I don't think so, because I've been watching, and Logan didn't really give us anything. Israel Defense Minister Katz says no ceasefire and no arrangement in Lebanon that does not include Israel's rights to enforce its, act on its own against Hezbollah. Yeah, okay, got it. Oh, that's understandable. Okay, Nvidia keeps going here. Look at that. Now about 23 basis points to the downside. And Rocket Lab's under 40. HIMS is under 9. All right, we'll just do another minute or so here, and then we're going to go jump into the course member live stream. We've got some analysis to do today. We'll probably, I want to go deep, actually. Honestly, I want to go deep on like some of these, you know, like the Daves and the Rocket Labs, but also Enphase. I think we're going to look at that one. I'm not sure if that's scheduled for today, but we're going to go deep into some of these. So we'll do a little bit of digging. We always like doing the fundies. It's so different than just trading. Okay. Fundies really require extreme patience, long-termism. All right. Let's put this away. Let's put this over here. All right. What else? What else here? Treasury relief rally doesn't end inflation angst. No, people are still going to be worried about inflation for a while, but I think unnecessarily so, especially once we start facing deflation, people are going to be like, what? How do we have deflation after prices went up 30%? It's like, isn't that logical? So a little bit of green candle there on the Qs. Nvidia's recovering a bit. Let's go to the non-average. A little schmidgen. Oh, can it go green again? Tesla's trying to look at that 200 SMA bounce. TBD direction here. Boring. It's maybe just the way to define it is somewhat boring. You know, it's like slow little moves up, but in a consolidating way. I don't know. All right. Well, I guess we'll TBD. So, all right. What else do we have here? That probably covers a lot of what we have. Let's take another look here. Yeah, Dave keeps going. Tesla popping a bit. Again on the 200 on the Qs. Another reject on the Qs. And now you're at, let's see here. Enphase, Nvidia. Nah. It's just not much movement. Does CNBC have anything for us? Or are they just being boring too? It's just not a lot. Not a lot of fun. No, see, they're being boring. They're on an ad. All right. Any Doomer article to cover? Let's see if there's a Doomer article. Fed Kashgari says inflation is moving in the right direction. Trump puts allies on high alert by handing Pentagon a Fox News host. Okay. Charter to buy Liberty Broadband in an all-stock transition. JP Morgan see risks lurking amid credit euphoria. That's interesting. What's this about? Bonds from credit-worthy company spreads. Oh, they're watching spreads. Yeah. The yield market's got some problems there in spreads. Let's see. Ooh, Sarah
Eisen with Carl.
CNBC. Yeah, let's take a look.
9 of the New York Stock Exchange. Stocks giving up some early gains here. The S&P 500 just going negative, masking some of the strength under the surface. We've got gains in groups like real estate, consumer discretionary, industrials, financials up again. Some of those cyclical groups, utilities and healthcare all higher today. It's communication services and technology that's weighing on the overall index. And that's why you have the NASDAQ, for instance, down 0.2%. Tech, a little bit of an underperformer today, though nothing extreme. Take a look at Treasuries. Digestion of the CPI report that we got this morning on inflation, which we'll talk about in depth. But we are seeing some buying today. Yields move lower. The 2-year goes down to 4.27, the 10-year at 4.4. We're 30 minutes here into the trading session. Here are some big movers we're watching. Shares of Cava surging. The restaurant chain beating earnings estimates thanks to strong demand. The company also raising its annual sales forecast. For the third time this year, the stock's been on a tear. It's been a big winner in the restaurant space. Rivian is also rallying. The EV maker.
It's also crazy, though, the valuation that Cava has. One of the reasons they have these companies can show growth is because they just add more restaurants. But it just seems ludicrous. What's happening is people are playing Cava like like it's the next Chipotle or whatever is basically what's going on. But you got 43 cents of earnings. 47 cents of earnings expected for this company right now, which is trading for 161 divided by 0.47. It's trading for 342 times, my friends. 342 times. Yeah, it's expected to grow 30% with earnings per share. But still, if I divide that, you're like a 10 freaking peg. It's like Wingstop. It's like loony. I don't know. But no, maybe the expectations are wrong, Kevin. Maybe they're just gonna grow a whole lot more than everybody expects. Okay, whatever you say. All right. Well, so let's see what we got here. What's today's date? Today's the 13th. Yeah, that's okay. It's like it's about like a 25% move. I had a 20. I had a few bets, moved around a little bit, closed them out, up about quick little trade here. First 30 minutes of the day, up 5 point. It's only 5.3K on 20, but I only put 20K bet in. So 25%. I'll take it. I think it could have done better there, but I'll take that today. And we'll hop on over to the course member live stream. If you want any of these alerts, make sure you're part of the Stocks and Psych group over at meetkevin.com. And we'll see you in the next one, everyone. All right. Thanks so much. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.